Then she went back to eating his face. Her boyfriend. Had someone told me she was bringing one? I guess it could have been in one of her emails, since I never actually read them. Dad stuck his head in my door. "What?" He looked out the window. "Ah," he said, cutting his eyes away from some very excessive PDA. "Aphra," my mother called. "Aphra!" My father said, "I suppose this means we have to go down." "She brought a boy." "Yes, I witnessed the boy." "Did we know she was bringing a boy?" "We did." "Wait, he's not staying here, is he?" "He is." "For how long?" 3 weeks. Dad rubbed his eyes. "He's got a bunch of friends he's visiting up here before he flies back to Denver." "Why isn't he staying with them?" Mom called again. "Where are you people?" Dad said, "We should go." I was marched down the stairs ahead of my father, who seemed to think I might turn around and flee back to my room otherwise. By the time we'd come down, Delia was sitting on the living room couch next to the man bun, their fingers threaded together and their knees bouncing up and down in unison. Kit was curled up on the far side of the couch around Walnut, whose eyes bulged like maybe Kit was squeezing the life out of him. I wondered if anyone had told Kit about the boyfriend. "Hey, Aphra," my sister said. I reluctantly met her eyes, trying to look anywhere but at the middle of her face. She was wearing a bunch of makeup, and her hair was sleek from being blown out. I realized with a stab that she looked pretty. I hated her for looking pretty. "Hey, Delia," I said brightly, faking it where I could not make it. I perched myself on the arm of the chair, where my mother was sitting with her hands wrapped vice-like around a cup of tea. Dad, left with nowhere to sit except next to the boyfriend, hovered in the doorway and checked the time on his watch. "This is Sebastian," she said, nudging Man Bun with her shoulder. He smiled and extended his hand, which I shook. "Nice to meet you," I said. To Kit, I said, "He's going to puke on you. Stop." He relaxed his grip on Walnut and snuffled. "Mom said you're getting allergy shots twice a week now," Delia said. "That must suck." "It doesn't suck," I said, because that was not helpful. "They aren't so bad," Kit said in a small voice. He hugged the cat a little tighter. Walnut's tongue protruded from between his lips. "Are they helping? The side of your face is still kind of red." Kit's eyes flicked to me, and he absently scratched his temple. "Aphra says they take like a year to start working." "A year?" Delia said. "That's ridiculous." "It's not ridiculous," I said. "He just has to take his antihistamines in the meantime." "He's snuffling," she said. "Is that new?" "He's getting a cold." "You can't possibly know that." "Well, let's test it," I said. "Kit, cough on Delia." Mom pinched the back of my leg. I retaliated by leaning across the back of the chair. My arms stretched behind Mom's head, which put my smelly armpit at roughly the same meridian as her face. She looked at me darkly. I smiled. "Do you do gymnastics?" the boy said, gesturing at my singlet. I grit my teeth a little, because obviously no girl my size does gymnastics of any kind. Like, my feet would drag on the floor under the uneven bars, and my vault landings would leave a crater in the mat. I said, "No." Leaning to the other side of the chair, Mom said, "Aphra's on the crew team." To me, she said, "Why don't you get changed so we can get dinner, Aphra? Our reservation's in half an hour." She got up. "I'm going to go up and wash my face. I'll be down in a minute." I followed her up. At the top of the stairs, she said, "Please do not do this today." "Do what? I'm not doing anything. You were nasty to everyone in that room." "What? I was kidding about..."